Mission Guatemala is an organization that was formed a little over 8 years ago by two gentlemen with a real passion and heart for service, Tom Heaton and Dave Burns.
The team down there started with very little, and they have helped so many people through everything that they do.
And they have built a clinic with a doctor, a pharmacy, a dentist, an optometrist. They have other skill sets where they're a sewing class for women, a computer lab for the students. They do a lot as far as facilitating scholarships for students so they can remain in school past the elementary school level. And one of their, probably one of their big things besides all their projects is all of their feeding programs.
It's very well structured as far as if you have any concerns about traveling internationally. I never felt unsafe at any point in time.
Every year there's a project of some sort. We never know what it is until we get there, but we're willing to do whatever it takes. So we work on whatever project they have, building bathrooms, building whatever they need us to do. We were one of the first teams that went to Mission Guatemala.
I've been on a number of mission trips before with the youth and with the Girl Scouts, and I've done a lot of mission work around locally. It was the first year of the Guatemala mission trip. It came up, they were looking for people that would be interested to go. I have traveled and continued to travel quite a bit in my life and lived in different parts of the world, but I had never been to Central America. I was really looking for a way for me to really, I guess, to give back in any way I could. And so I decided to go on this first mission trip.
Well, the first trip I was a little nervous. First mission trip 7 years ago with the first group from Johns Creek. The Reverend Dalton Rushing went with us, and he sort of scared me a little bit, thinking that we may be, by the end of the week, you know, a little at each other because it's a different thing. Nobody's ever done it.
In all honesty, when I was first approached, it was something I'd never considered, totally outside of my comfort zone. I went, I found it a rewarding experience.
But after I arrived, the beauty of Guatemala is something I've never seen. The mountains, the beautiful lake in the middle, the market, the color and beauty of the market, but that's not the main reason I go.
I love to take photos, I think most of you know that. And even when they didn't know I was taking a picture, that the absolute smiles would come through. They enjoyed their work. They so appreciated everything that we did for them.
The people are God's people, truly God's people. They live the way we used to live in America, probably in the 60s and 70s when I was young. They love each other, they help each other. It's all unconditional. It's just like one huge family, the people of Guatemala. Meeting the brothers and sisters of Johns Creek that have come with me, the relationships we have built together have been incredible.
We get to know them so well through travel, through learning new language, eating new foods, Bible study, worship.
We have a good group. We love new people to come, so we are inviting new people to come every year, especially the youth. It's great for the youth to see another world beside Johns Creek or wherever we're from here in America. And it teaches them to be grateful for what we have. But it's also for them, we need their labor, we need their strength, and we need their bodies also, because some of us like me are getting old.
I really got so much out of it that the next year I took my daughter Jessica on the trip. We both enjoyed it thoroughly to the point that she has now been on many medical mission trips. She's a nurse, and in college she actually even led one of their senior trip in nursing school.
But I think the young people, older people, it's for everybody, just to see a different world outside of our world and to see the way we really should live as one big family.
And for some people it would be, like it was for me, it's a huge step out of someone's comfort zone. But it's an opportunity to serve. It's a chance to go to experience another country, another culture, to serve, make a difference in someone's life.
We were just able to really get a glimpse into a lifestyle that I've never ever seen on my travels. So even though they had the bare minimum to live with, they still so loved this life.
My biggest role model was my mother. She had me in church when I was young and taught me about Jesus Christ, love all, serve all. And I see the need, continual need, these people go through every day. They don't have the riches of America, the money, you know, and the cars and the value that we put on things in America. Their value is just day-to-day life. The one thing they do have is a big smile on their face.
When I was there the first year, I purchased what they call a prayer bracelet. And I've had it on for 8 years now. And every time I look at that, it reminds me I need to include all those people in my prayers. I need to keep the people in my prayers. I need to keep the staff of Mission Guatemala in my prayers. And it's also a constant reminder of all the things I need to be thankful for.
I think if you're looking for a way to give back, you've done missions around here and you want to broaden your horizons, if you really want to make a difference in someone's life, then this really is a trip that you can do that and feel that you have done that. And but you will come back with more than you give by far, to really get out there and see what a difference just a few people can make.
It's a good way for you to take a step back from life, the hustle bustle of life, the cell phones, the work, the kids, the soccer, the basketball, baseball. We all are on a fast pace. This will teach you to slow down in life and enjoy life, and don't take for granted all the things we have.
It's kind of opened my eyes to opportunities that I probably never would have seen before. Other opportunities for me to serve, to do what I need to do.
It really was a changing for me. I've really continued to want to do mission.
Some of us like me are getting old, and I don't know how many more years I can keep going. I plan on going every year as long as my health is good.
It was a wonderful trip. The beauty of the scenery and the beauty of the people and all the love that I felt for the team.
And I've met some incredible people in this church, and the relationship just keeps building every time we go to Guatemala.
The first year there, we were having dinner in a little family-owned restaurant, and the owner was giving the history of the Mayan people. And after that, he was thanking the mission teams for coming and what we were doing and all. And at that point in time, he told us, he said, whatever you do while you're here, whether you build something or you work with people, when you leave, the most important thing you're leaving, you will not see. And I thought, okay. And then he told us, and he said that was that we were leaving hope for the people of Guatemala. And that's something that stuck with me for 8 years, and it's kind of something that stays in my mind, and I feel like that's one of the important reasons it gets me to go back every year.
We are all God's children. All means everybody, young, old, black, white, foreign, all races, doesn't matter. We are all God's children, and we are all welcome in this church. We're all welcome in Guatemala.